I just wanted to come on here and say I'm sorry. I voted for him and I thought he was going to make things better for folks like us.
I'm a blue-collar worker. I was a plumber for 30 years. I got hurt, can't work anymore. I burned through my entire life savings trying to fix myself. I'm not getting fixed. I paid my taxes into a system that I depend on. Because of my injury, I've had a sedentary lifestyle, and now I have heart problems because of it. Yeah, I'm doing everything I can. I'm trying. But I depend on food stamps to live. And now I'm not going to get them. And the $1,200 a month that I get from disability goes to my rent and bills and my medical bills. I can't buy food. You motherfuckers are disgusting.
I want to say I'm sorry. I voted for him and now they done cut off my food stamps and my check and I don't know how I'm supposed to eat. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, y'all.
I don't know about you, but I cannot keep living like this. I am tired in my bones. I am tired in my soul. We are not supposed to live this way. And you can call me crazy, that's fine. I've been seeing a lot of other people talk about this as well. This is not it. This is not the way humans were meant to live. We have lost the plot. We are so far off course. Things are falling apart. I'm honestly very excited about that there is a chance that we can rewrite things, that we can do life differently. I've been having so many dreams lately as well of us living in little communes, little communities, raising our kids. I am a vendor for a lot of different festivals. I do the farmers market, and whenever I am at the arts festival in my town, and I get to wear what I want, and my kids get to run around, and I get to sell things, but me and the other vendors, we trade. I trade my organic products and my body oils and soaps for their jewelry or art. And then at the farmers market, I get to buy fresh produce and vegetables and trade with other vendors, and we get to share our artistry together. And the kids are running around, there's music playing. That in my soul feels, I might cry, that feels like what we are meant to be doing right now. I am not a politician, I don't know shit, okay? But capitalism is not it. Maybe some form of capitalism with a fucking cap on it. The way we are living right now is not conducive to anybody's health. It's not conducive to progress. It's not conducive to mental health. I am so sick of living like this. I am so sick of coming home and limping home from work. I am so sick of being tired in my bones. I am so sick about being stressed about money and about what I'm going to feed my kids and about if I'm going to make rent. And I work my ass off so that I don't have to stress about that as much now. And I'm okay. I'm okay. I will be okay. I just know in my soul, we are not supposed to be living like this. This is damaging everybody. I feel like I'm aging prematurely. I see a lot of people waking up right now, and I see a lot of people calling them crazy. I know some people look at me like I'm insane, but I don't care because I am so happy that so many people are waking up to the reality of what we are living in right now. And it's so much deeper than politics. It's so much deeper than what you see on the news. These patriarchal, capitalistic, Christian nationalist ideologies, I feel, are finally crumbling, and I am here for it and I love it. And the only thing I wish is I could be alive to see the new world, to see the change, because with the way things are going right now, it cannot go back to the way it was. It will never go back to the way it was. Too much shit has happened. Too much damage has been done. Too many people have woken up, and it's fine. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I hope one day that you do, because we are not supposed to live like this. We're not supposed to live like this.
Across America, reality is starting to hit hard for many Trump voters who once believed he was fighting for them. From small towns to rural communities, people who proudly wore MAGA hats and shouted "Make America Great Again" are now sitting in their kitchens staring at empty fridges, unpaid medical bills, and skyrocketing prices, wondering how it all went so strong, right? When Trump promised to drain the swamp and bring jobs back, many Americans felt hope. They believe he would fix the system, protect working class families, and make life better for ordinary people. But now, with healthcare costs rising, food stamp being slashed, and everything essential programs under attack. That dream has turned into a nightmare. Hi guys, welcome back again to the YouTube channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I'm going to let the rest of the videos roll, then I'll come back with the commentary. Please do well to let me know what you all think in the comment section. Credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch, then I'll come back with more.
Get ready to be thoroughly disgusted. This white MAGA supporter is set to receive asylum from Germany. Yeah, Germany, you heard that right, to the United States.
It's Naomi Zeit, and I am the first European to seek asylum in the United States of America under President Trump's new proposal for a refugee mandate, because I am facing persecution in my home country, Germany.
Zeit just traveled from Germany to meet with Republican Rep. Anna Paulina Luna to help her with her claim. Note that Germany is ranked in the top 5 when it comes to democracy. The United States is ranked 29th. Meanwhile, the Trump administration is sending Western Africans back to Africa where they face political persecution and torture. Oh, and Zeit is also a white nationalist who shared QAnon conspiracy theories as well as Pizzagate theories.
So a Republican woman is in shock because she showed up at the hospital in Florida with an ectopic pregnancy and they told her they couldn't help her because of the law, just like we said that they would. So she was so upset she called the governor because, of course, when you're in the middle of a medical emergency, you want to call a politician. But he didn't pick up the phone. And how many women had their governor's number on speed dial? So after several hours of begging and pleading for them to help her like we said they'd make you do, they finally let her end the ectopic pregnancy before her fallopian tubes burst and she lost all ability to reproduce. And yet, she's trying to blame this on Democrats. But we said that when you showed up at the hospital, they wouldn't ask you who you voted for, what party you belonged to, and they wouldn't ask you what your interpretation of the bill was. They were just going to go by the law. So her care was delayed. I'm very happy she got the care that she deserved. But it was delayed, and there are other women out there whose care is being delayed. And that is putting their lives at risk and their reproductive health care at risk.
Well, the Democrats were right again, and Trump is doing such a miserable job at running this economy that for the second time this year already, the Fed is being forced to lower interest rates. And just to put this in perspective, the last time the Fed had to lower interest rates was in March of 2020, right after Joe Biden got in office. And the reason they had to lower interest rates is because Trump had just gotten done completely tanking the economy, and our unemployment rate was at 14.7%, the highest since the Great Depression. Good job, Trump. And now we're seeing that all over again because Trump has no idea what he's doing in this economy. Inflation continues to rise, and Trump's jobs numbers are so bad that he fired the person giving him the numbers, and then the next month he got even worse numbers. Nice job. And at this point, honestly, I think he has to keep the government shut down because he doesn't want us to know what his jobs numbers are because they're that bad. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, you guys know me, but some people say that billionaires love when the economy crashes, sort of like during Trump's first term, because that's when people are forced to sell their cars, their homes, their farms, and then investors like J.D. Vance are ready and waiting to buy up farmland when these people go out of business. So I'll be honest, I don't know if Trump is crashing the economy on purpose so that his billionaire friends can run off with the money, or he's just completely incompetent. Honestly, it could go either way. All right, guys, I hope you're having a great Wednesday. For the last week or so, I've been slightly optimistic that there would be some sort of solution to the SNAP benefits during the shutdown, whether it was a standalone bill or whether Trump would swoop in to save the day because he loves being people's savior. But I will tell you, I'm a little bit less optimistic now because I'm starting to feel like Trump is between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he wants to reopen the government because as soon as he does, we will have that extra Democrat sworn in and we'll all be able to take a look at those files that we want to see. And Trump will have to release the jobs numbers, and he absolutely doesn't want to do that. All right, guys, that's my analysis for now. Let me know what you think. Do you guys think that there will be some last-minute deal reached to fund SNAP benefits for 40 million people, or will Republicans actually let this happen? I'm starting to feel like they will. Anyway, let me know what you think. I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. All right.
Many of his supporters are finding out the hard way that the policies they cheered for have come back to hurt them. For example, when the government cut funding for the Affordable Care Act, many, believed it was only going to affect lazy people or immigrants. But now they're discovering that they are also benefiting from the same system. Many lost their healthcare plans, can't afford their prescription, and are shocked to find that the free clinics they once relied on are closing down. In rural areas, the pain is even worse. Hospitals have shut their doors because of funding cuts, leaving whole communities without medical care. You know, seniors are driving hours just to see a doctor, and families are being forced to choose between paying for medicine or for food. Some of these same people used to mock those on government assistance, but now they find themselves in the same situation, struggling to survive and wishing they hadn't voted against their own interests. Food prices have gone through the roof. Rent has doubled in many areas, and gas prices continue to squeeze working families. The irony is that while many MAGA voters once believed Trump's policies would bring jobs and prosperity, corporations have gotten richer while regular people got poorer. Tax breaks went to the wealthier and large companies, not to the small-town Americans who believed in promises of America first.
So you know how the Trump administration is holding all these press conferences and they're like, we're winning, we're bombing ships, we're threatening to go into another country, we're winning so much. Oh, look, this one brown-skinned person has a horrible track record, we're winning. And then MAGA supporters are like, oh my God, all this winning. They're not winning and they're pissed. So here's what Fox News doesn't want you to know. So companies in the United States are taking a huge hit. Let's just focus on BlackRock, okay? The big American finance giant. They just lost $17 billion. Why did they lose $17 billion? Because a giant Dutch pension fund withdrew their investment in BlackRock. Why? Why did they do that? Because BlackRock de-emphasized climate and social justice initiatives to cater to Trump's agenda. And then this pissed off the Trump administration. Morgan Stanley, another financial giant, just undertook a huge study. They pulled a shit ton of individual investors in U.S. companies, and 80% of them said that they want companies like BlackRock and any other companies they choose to invest in to have climate change initiatives. They believe climate change is real. They're upset at all these companies capitulating to this dumbass administration. They believe in climate change. 80% of them. So they're putting their own pressure on companies, withdrawing money, investing elsewhere in companies that have the balls to stand up to this administration. Trump, their administration is not happy. And then here's a big one. Trump is so pissed off, he even posted about it. A Norway wealth fund worth $2 trillion just sold their stake in Caterpillar, U.S. equipment manufacturer Caterpillar. Yep. Just sold all their shares. Why? Because Israel purchases Caterpillar equipment to undertake the big G word. Yeah, Norway divested in a bunch of Israel banks and investments as well for the same reason. This pissed off MAGA so much that Lindsey Graham just went on a tirade. We're going to put even more tariffs on you, Norway, and we're going to revoke, all of your visas to come here and everything like that. They are piss. Meanwhile, other investors are having this conversation across the board. Fox News is not letting you know about this. They have seen a titanic shift of other countries investing in American markets, meaning they're not. They're pulling out. They're not investing in American companies. The U.S. exceptionalism has been single-handedly destroyed by this administration, and other, especially dictator countries are more than happy to step in and fill the gap, and they are. And these investors, U.S. investors, are saying it's not going to return because European stocks, Hong Kong stocks, all these stocks are soaring and they love it. And now everybody's buying in to other countries' investments and they're completely bypassing the United States. And the final message that investors are passing around to each other is we have no one who's going to help us. We have to save ourselves. That's a lot of winning.
Now, with food stamp, SNAP benefit being cut, many are realizing how important those programs really were. People who once said, get a job to others, now understand that many folks on food stamp do have jobs. They just don't pay enough to survive. It's a harsh reality check. Some are even publicly admitting on social media that they were wrong, saying things like, I didn't know it would affect people like me. I thought it was only going to, going after freeloaders. But the truth is, Those freeloaders were often hardworking parents, veterans, or seniors just trying to get by. Even federal workers, many of whom voted for Trump, are now regretting their decision. With the ongoing budget battles and shutdowns, many missed paychecks and realized how fragile their livelihood are under this kind of leadership. Some say they never imagined that a president they supported would make policies that hurt them directly. This situation has become so bad that even conservative media spaces are filled with frustration. People are tired of excuses and lies. They want result, lower costs, better healthcare, and a government that works for the people, not against them. But instead, what they are seeing is chaos, division, and policies that make life harder for everyday Americans. For years, Trump and his allies told American people that the real problem was immigrants, minorities, or liberals. But now, folks are realizing that the real issue wasn't their neighbors. It was a system that prioritized the rich while ignoring everyone else. That system didn't care whether you were Republican or Democrat. It only cared about the power and profit. It turns where people once proudly supported, Trump, you can now hear regret in their voices. They are saying things like, "This isn't what I voted for." Many of them feel betrayed. They believe the promises, but now they can't afford healthcare, groceries, or rent. They see billionaires getting richer while they are left behind. It's a painful lesson, but also an important one. Voting based on emotion, slogans, or fear often leads to consequences that hurt the very people who supported those policies. The cut to Medicaid and Medicare and food stamp weren't just numbers on papers. They were lifelines for millions of families. And now, those lifelines are gone. Some Americans who regret their vote are now speaking are saying they have learned that you can't just vote for a person because they talk tough or say what you want to hear. You have to look at what their action mean for everyone, not just a select few, okay? Because when the system start collapsing, it doesn't care what party you belong to. Everyone feels the pain. The truth is, the greatness that was promised never reached the people who needed it. It stayed with the wealthy and the powerful. And now, as the economy tightens and support programs disappears, many working class Americans are realizing that they were sold a dream that wasn't meant for them. So now, in living rooms across the country, you will hear the same quiet conversation. "We thought he was going to help us, but look at us now. Groceries are unaffordable, healthcare is out of reach, and the system nets that once caught struggling families have been ripped apart." And while regret may not bring back what's been lost, is becoming a wake-up call for many, a reminder that real change doesn't come from empty promises or political theater. It comes from policies that truly put people first, no matter who they are or where they live. Because in the end, everyone deserves a fair shot, not just the rich, not just the connected, but every hardworking American trying to survive in a country that promised to make them great again. After all, this was exactly what they promised, okay? To be great for all, but somehow it seems it's for the selected few, and a lot of people are freaking out online right now. Well guys, I would love to hear your own take about today's video in the comments. Let's have that conversation. What do you think about these people speaking out and regretting their vote right now? Let's have your input in that, and please do well to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Credit to all creators on this video, and see you all on my next. Bye guys.